Hey guys, I want to show you how to use PixEOS and just kind of give you a high-level overview. So if you go to PixEOS.io, you can see that their site loads. It's a pretty basic site, but PixEOS Paint is now live, which is their main game for now. And you click in to play now. It loads this application, and you need to log in with a wallet. So for example, like I can log out with mine and then I can say log in. I use Scatter. I think Scatter is the only one that works. Once you click log in, it'll allow you to select which wallet you want. Once you've logged in, it'll show your wallet name up there. And I'm going to give you kind of like a lay of the land, like how all this shit works. The first thing you notice is just this huge canvas, right? And this is a collaborative live canvas. So when people update things or draw onto it, you can see it, and this is probably hundreds of people all contributing. I'm going to kind of explain like what kind of gameplay techniques they're using and just how to generally use this paint program. So the first most basic function is that you can just take the paintbrush here and click here. You have this whole toolbar and you can just start scribbling over it, which some people have done, but it's kind of a waste of money. And so once you paint all of these pixels, as you saw, like I'm dragging and you can see that I'm creating pixels, what that does is it tracks all of the pixels and the coordinates of all these things, and it allows you to buy them, right? So when I click to buy, it's actually going to buy all these pixels and it shows you the price. So this is a good way to toggle the price and see what you've actually drawn and how much it costs. I believe the price is 0.05 EOS per pixel, so if you multiply 327 by 0.05, you probably find that right. But I'm going to cancel and I'm going to get rid of all this shit because I don't want to buy a bunch of random scribbles. So I clicked the trash icon here and I got rid of all the pixels, and now the buy pixels is kind of grayed out a little bit because there's nothing to buy, right? So other tools here is you can zoom, and I can show you some stuff that I painted, it was a little bit confusing at first, but what you want to use is this pan feature, because if you scroll up and down on your mouse, it'll just kind of go all over the place. And here you can see my name. Another thing that I did buy actually was I just created a big white square here, and somebody already painted over it. But the beautiful thing is that when you paint over something, you have to buy those pixels from another person. So for example, if I go here and I want, this guy did this black thing, if I paint over these pixels and I click to buy this, the price is going to be kind of high. 23 pixels that I'm buying is going to be 3 EOS, which is about $6 or so. So it kind of works like a Ponzi in a way. The idea is that if I paint over one of these white squares that nobody has bought before, I'm only going to pay 0.05. But the next person who goes in and buys the pixel off of me and wants to cover up mine, they're going to pay a premium on that, and part of that premium is going to go to me. So that's why these things kind of work like Ponzi's. Like this guy that drew this huge black square, anybody who wants to draw on this beautiful canvas that he drew our attention to is going to have to pay him a premium on top of it. So not only is he going to make his money back, we're going to buy that pixel from him, but he's also going to get a percentage on top of it. And then a piece of that action, like anybody who buys, is going to go to the entire group of people who are painting here, a little percentage. So there's all these dynamics going on in here that people may not be aware of. For example, these people, why would they draw these squares? Well, you know, it's pretty obvious to figure out. I mean, one, they're probably kind of bored, but also if somebody came in here and drew these green squares on top of it, had to buy those pixels back from that person. And this is kind of how it works. Like there's a lot of different things going on here, different dynamics. Like I like to write my name here, and if you notice, like nobody else wrote their name on there, and I just want people to like see my name. This is like, you know, it's kind of like graffiti in the real world, where you just want to like use your tagger name or something. You can see that EOS Detroit has written their name here. People draw these really clever things like Homer Simpson and all these things. This is pixel art. If you look in really close, you can see that somebody individually painted these things with pixels. They probably used a template or something like that, right? And then there's the other dynamic here is that they have this little piggy bank where you can stake. And so I've currently staked some, but if you hold PixEOS, and you can get these by, you know, buying them in their pre-sale, or you can get them by mining them. And the way you mine them is once you draw something and buy a pixel, they send you PixEOS. So it's a gameplay mining model. And when you have those tokens, you can then go and stake them. And then people who stake, they get paid out every day. So the payout for 1K PixEOS is 97 PixEOS. So I have 17 or 170,000 PixEOS. So I'm going to get, you know, whatever, 170 times this here, which is, you know, whatever that is. I suck at math. But so if you kind of look in, there's a lot of different dynamics, and the dynamics are like different things. Like people want to write their name. Some people write offensive stuff. Like if you look right here, somebody actually drew a swastika, and then somebody else who's well-meaning drew this beautiful design over it to kind of cancel out people that are dickheads. So another person drew this naked body, and this thing has changed a ton. Like the nipples keep changing colors. Stella Bell wrote her name too, which is great. She's one of the PixEOS people. And there's just all kinds of action going on here. You can see that there's people are drawing their flags just to represent their country, which is great because crypto has this really international community. I mean, there's just really beautiful pixel art here, like these trees. Somebody drew this crazy spiral, and they had to pay for it. Every single person that comes in here and does it has to pay for it. And eventually these canvases get so massive that the price keeps going up per pixel. So I'm hoping that like someone will want to cross out my name or write something crazy there, or you know, I have this kind of clever technique where I just keep drawing a white square, just a white canvas, because it makes it feel like it's a good place to draw something, so you can kind of clear it and draw a canvas. They have a leaderboard here. This leaderboard isn't accurate, but the concept is still here, where the person who owns the most pixels will be at the top. And this is definitely not true, because there's a lot of people on this screen that own a lot of different pixels. So what else can I show you here? So some people are just drawing randomly. People are making political statements, which is really cool. There's some MAGA up here. Carl. You know, just a bunch of really neat things that people are doing here. You can also kind of draw. You could draw something and then, like, you know, rewind what you did pixel by pixel. So if you kind of fuck up, you can go back. You can also go forward. It has some memory. And I think there's a total of 1 million pixels here too. They have a tutorial that kind of explains how all of this works. And this is pretty useful. It's pretty complex, actually. You know, like you get 75% goes to the owner as profit. You know, so they add a 35% increase per pixel each time, and then 75% of that profit goes to the user, and the other 25% goes to the other people that are on there. And then there's like a whole dividend model. And if you want to see like all the dividends in general, you can go to EOS dividends, and it'll tell you all the different dividends. And PixEOS has just been added. These aren't really accurate yet, so don't trust that, but they're kind of estimates. But you can see all of the different staking tokens, and it's really great that PixEOS was added now to this list, because a lot of these are gambling sites, but what you really want to see are different games and stuff like that, because some people don't, like myself, don't really care for gambling too much. You can also learn more about staking and different kind of like staking details and which coins you can stake and how to do it by just going to this Telegram. So you can open up the Telegram here for EOS dividends. Anyways, that's all I really got for PixEOS. It's a pretty fun game. You can make a little bit of money, you can spend a little bit of money. It's not investment advice, by the way, because, you know, you could just lose all of your money, and this is all pretty buggy stuff, like, and that's just to be expected for a new application. You know, it'll take a little time to work out some of the bugs, but the idea is that PixEOS is actually going to grow into a much huger network as well, where you can, you know, make art and get paid for it, and has a really clever NFT model using DGoods NFT standard. So if you're an artist and you want to make extra money, you can come here, draw some of these things, and sell them to people. So there's a lot more to come here, and this is just kind of a first run, and it was just really released, I think, 2 days ago, and the staking just came out today, so it's all pretty new stuff. But if you have any questions, you can go to the EOS Dividends Telegram and ask there, because people are actively staking and talking about it. Also, the Everything EOS channel is a good place to do that, as well as the PixEOS Telegram. That's probably even the best place to go for it. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys.